Alright, all you big cat lovers, it's time to take a stroll. We're gonna walk around the compound.
Baggy! 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 You were pinched. You were pinched today. By a mean old Dr. Bill and his pinch fingers. Mean old Dr. Bill and his pinchy fingers of doom. Oh, poor thing. You know, Maggie's like, she's tiny, she's little. But she's got some thyroid stuff, and she takes medication for that. And she has gained weight, but she's, you know, needs regular checkups. But Dr. Bill came and did a number of different. Hi, she keeps on saying, like, excuse me, I don't believe you're done. Or if you're just going to be sitting here talking, you could also be talking and petting. So, Dr. Bill days, we tend to have a number of animals. We just we get everyone all kind of listed out, like, all right, who needs to be seen and what needs to be blah, blah, blah. Like, you know, Krahn had like a tiger, which is like a tiger pimple. He had like a cyst on his chin, which already kind of popped and kind of oozed out and everything. So it was like, oh, let's take a look at that. Milo's got some weird leg thing kind of going on, but it's old, so his, you know, hips. Solano can get looked at. Hi. Hi. Hello. I know we do lion. I know. Raven had to be, oh my gosh, we've got a case of phlebitis. Dr. Bill, oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Dr. Bill wasn't able to cure this severe case of phlebitis. Look at her. Oh no, she's got it bad. She's got the phlebitis. You gotta keep at least 6 feet away, because that's the splash distance. Because if you're within 6 feet, she might flop on you. That's how that works. And I guess in a way you'll catch the phlebitis just by getting flopped on, which, you know, would not be pleasant. Some people, I'm sure that they'd be writing in the comments like, oh my gosh, I would love to get flopped on, until you got flopped on. And then you'd be like, this is not pleasant. Hi Noey. Oh, you are being adorable. You're being adorable. My goodness. Raven had to be very lightly sedated. What? Just so she could get her claws trimmed, because she can't do it on her own. She's old. Hi, Vivi. And she's arthritic, so she actually doesn't have the ability really to do, like, you know, scratch and get those claw shards off her peats. So then the claws start to actually grow. And then what happens is that the claw shards will grow, and then they start to curl around. And then if you let it go too long, it'll actually curl back around, like, into her feet. So, like, periodically, yeah, she's got to get, and, like, not like a complete, like, crazy full sedation, but we'll put her into a transport cage. So Raven gets put into a transport cage, and then she gets lightly knocked out. Enough where, like, you can kind of grab her kind of Pete and kind of pull it through the fence and then clip, clip, clip. But she's not down so far that she can't, like, kind of go like. Oh, hello all you big cat lovers out there. It's me, Derek, again. Welcome to another super duper fantastic episode of the Walk Around the Compound webcast. Hi. All right, we're going to move on. Oh, it's been a long string of days. It's just been a long string of days. And it's been hot. It's been hot. So it's like the regular temperatures get into the triple digits, and then the heat index makes the temperatures feel like it's about 10 or sometimes even close to 15 degrees above that. So it might be 100 or 101, 102 on the old thermometer, but the heat index actually makes it feel like 112, 115. It's miserable. It's like if you're in the shade, it's okay. It's, you know, you can manage. And definitely the cats have a lot of fans and there's a lot of shade, and the pools and water buckets get changed regularly and all that stuff happens, and that's definitely some of those mitigation kind of things. But yeah, if you're not having to work in it, it stinks. I remember when I was talking in one of I don't know, was it the last webcast or something like that? And I said, yeah, I was out there working in basically conditions like that, having only drank like 6 cups of black coffee, and then that was it. And then someone had commented like, it sounds like anxiety. And I'm like, no, it sounds like 6 cups of black coffee in air that felt like 115 degrees. That's probably a big part. I think something to do with the 115 degree feeling air had something to do with it, but it's still been like that. Yeah, so big old Dr. Bill day, and then after that I had to go and excuse me, you are too old to be behaving in this manner. You are far too old, and you should be a lot more mature than this. I'm kind of disappointed in you. Kind of disappointed. Is she gonna bark? Doesn't appear so. Nope, no barks. Sassafras. Hi. 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 Hello. Hi. Hey. One more. Oh, timing's bad. I think her Wi-Fi is lagging. Oh, there she goes. You gotta reset. You gotta reset your router. You were buffering on that last one. Good girl. Sweet girl. But, you know, since we've gotten the new deep freeze, which is about 3 times the surface area of our normal cooler, which is what we've been using for years and years and years to put, meat, livestock meat, horsey chunks and stuff like that in. That's what we've been using for years, our cooler. Even though we call it the freezer, it's a cooler. It's not a thing that gets below freezing. Well, now we have like it's like triple the surface area, and it is actually a freezer, and it freezes. Hi. Hi. Mama Naya. Shanti. So now, which is great. So thanks to everyone through various donations, various fundraisers. Thanks to everyone who has supported that initiative, that cause, because that was a big thing. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Bad touch. Bad touch. Whoa. Yeah. Yeah. You just got me too'd. Yeah, you misread the cues, signals. You know, 21st century, you gotta be better about that stuff. You have to be more aware. It's important. Anyway, huge thanks to everyone who helped to support that initiative, and it's finally a thing now. It's finally been installed. It's on. It's been running and freezing, and we've been putting stuff in it, which is pretty cool. One of the big reasons that we decided to get it. Hi, Bobby. One of the big reasons we decided to get it was because, of course, got all the COVID stuff that's happening, a lot of uncertainty, a lot of things with the supply chain. Sometimes you don't know, like when things are going to be up and when things are going to be down. And then even without COVID, like there's a lot of times like we'll experience these weird lulls, like weeks at a time where we're not getting any livestock, nothing. And that can be interspersed by these strange gluts, these cascading events of dead and dying stuff just coming in from all directions. Sometimes to the point where it's like we don't have room. Don't even have room for it. And the cats can only eat so much. I mean, you know, legitimately, that's sometimes how that can go. Oh, I forget him. Hey, look at him. He's lounging. He's lounging. He's having a good time. Give. Oh, and also notice that the barriers between the two are open. So Bobby and Kevin can interact between the fence. And that was like a couple of panels at a time. But came to realize, like, oh yeah, they're getting along, they're fine. They don't seem to mind each other. It's a good thing. Bobby. There. So the cooler, of course, is there for like, you know, your short-term food storage, and then the freezer is going to be there for your overflow and your long-term, and then your surplus. It's the, you know, like the cooler is the checking account and the freezer is the savings account. That's how you got to look at that. Those are nettles. I'm just now feeling that. Ah, ah, yeah. No fun. Those are nettles. My skin feels like it's been touched by nettles. I went and picked a whole bunch. Got picked up, not picked. Like I'm out picking chicken like I'm picking flowers. Oh, this one's ripe. No, I went and picked up a whole bunch of chicken, like about 5,000 pounds from a restaurant. It's like when Heidi and Destiny found this place however long ago, and it's like a big food purveyor, provider, surplusy kind of place. So yeah, I was able to go and get a bunch of that stuff. And I'll tell you right now, hauling a load, you know, it's a few hundred pounds, or maybe even up to like 1,000 pounds or something like that on a trailer, that's one thing. But 5,000 pounds, it behaves very differently. Your vehicle behaves very, very differently. Just so you know. Hi, Ren. Oh, sorry. Melissa says hi, by the way. Melissa says hi. And, oh my gosh, it was, oh. Yeah. Wouldn't you know, had a really great time with that. because took a turn like onto like the first section of kind of, it was like pseudo highway. Wouldn't call it like highway, but it was like enough of like one of those types of roads. I like took a turn. Things weren't secure. Had some boxes fall. Had to stop. Had to go and get the boxes. And we're talking about like 50, 60 pound boxes full of like multiple bags of chicken leg quarters. It was a to-do. Luckily, I had some nice gentlemen stuff like, you need help? I'm like, yes, please. Yeah. Oh, man. This is embarrassing and slightly dangerous because there was cars whipping by. Yeesh. What are you gonna do? Oh. Hi, mister. Boogaluga. Boogaluga. Yeah, having fun? Yes. Oh. Oh, bobcats. Bob. 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 It's one of our friends, like middle school, high school friends. You know how like you have like grade school friends, and then you have like your other like kind of middle. Sometimes you have grade school friends that continue on through your middle school, high school friend years. Sometimes, yeah, sometimes you have friends that like they make it all the way through, beginning, middle, and end. But then sometimes you have grade school friends, and they're only your grade school friends. What? And then sometimes you have middle school friends, and they're only your middle school friends. And then sometimes you make friends with people in high school that you've known, but you never were friends with them in grade school or middle school. Isn't that kind of weird how that sometimes works out? Because one of my friends, when I was in middle school and high school, his name was Bob. Or Robert. I think his dad was named Bob too. But his dad, I wouldn't say that his dad was strict, but he had like weird rules. Just about certain kind of things. Like, so he's like, he would, like, you know, Bob, he's kind of like a latchkey kid, kind of come and go, but he had to, like, there were certain, like, tasks that had to be done, or certain things, you know, and his dad kind of had the voice like, Bob, nope. Like, Dad, can I go and do it? No, nope, no, Bob, Bob. Don't care. Gotta do it. Gotta clean up, Bob, Bob. No, no way, Bob. No. Meek, I. Oh, my goodness. Whoa. I don't know. Was she being mean? Fred, is she being mean? Did she say, come over here closer, I would like to eat you? Don't let her, because she will. Yeah, don't let her. Don't let her. Hi. Hi, little ones. Oh, gosh. Oh, my gosh. I almost put this off. I almost put this webcast off. Meaning, like, I would, like, try to do one, like, nah, do it tomorrow morning or do it tomorrow evening. But tomorrow, like, there's going to be, like, feeding tomorrow and stuff like that. And it's just, the work is never going to not, in the end of the day, you're not going to be not tired. And I think that was one of the things I was going to start talking about, like, right at the beginning. I was kind of going on that thing about the weather and the coffee. You know, sometimes I go off on tangents. I mean to go this way, but then brain says just like, we're going this way. Okay, brain. But I was sitting inside, I was playing video games, the new Last of Us, to be exact, Last of Us 2. And I'm sitting there, because like after loading up all of that chicken, like 5,000 pounds of chicken, and then after having that, and then like clean day the other day, and then multiple days of butchering, and there's like muscles in my body that are just like, we're very sore. We're very sore. It's very hot, and you've been using us a lot. Hey, whoa, Fred, calm pants. That's how my muscles, that's the voice that they have. It's very hot outside. Can you please maybe give us a break? And I was inside. I'm like, oh man, it feels nice in here. Let's do the webcast different time. And then I started thinking, like, you procrastinate, you're gonna make yourself anxious, because then you're gonna realize, like, I have so many different things I gotta film over the course of the next few days. And here's the thing, yeah, it's not like the work's gonna go away. It's not like you're not gonna be sore. It's not like sometimes you're just not gonna want to do it, because that's the other thing too. Sometimes it can be kind of a task or a chore, and it's like as soon as you get started, it starts being fun, like almost immediately. Sometimes like the worst thing to do, it's like not letting yourself, like not doing the thing. It's like waiting. It's like motivation theory kind of 101. What's that, Jocko kind of thing? It's like motivation is not going to get you anywhere, but discipline will. It's the notion of discipline. Like, people think that you have to wait for motivation and inspiration and then like the discipline will follow, but actually it's the other way around. You have to be disciplined first, and then the way that you feel about the thing, the motivation, the good feelings that you have will happen. So I mean, like literally within like the first 5 seconds of webcasting, I'm just like, I'm having a great time. Well, so, but it's like getting up and getting out of my comfort zone and getting out of the air conditioning and being just like, look, you'll thank me later. That's, you have to have those inner conversations, those inner dialogues. Just don't put this off, because then you're going to have to be webcasting a whole bunch of things all at once. And you know how that sucks. Don't do it. Don't do it to yourself. Just get up. Just get out there. It's a webcast. And then once you actually start doing it, once you get into the motion, the groove of whatever it is that you're doing, then you're like, oh, this is fine. It's things like, you know, like eating better, starting to work out. Yeah, a lot of times it's like things are chores, or things are obligations, or things are whatever. And I don't want to see comments of people just like, hey, don't think that you have to. You just do whatever you. No, I've made these choices to do this thing and to make this kind, like, this is, you know, if I want to be able to like reap the benefits of, you know, the stuff, and then provide the support to the thing and the facility and all this stuff, you got to put in the work. That's that discipline part. You have to have that discipline. But gentle discipline. You don't have to sit there and self-flagellate. You don't have to sit there and say like, oh, you're just a piece of garbage if you don't do the thing. Whatever the quote thing might be. Gentle discipline in your day-to-day life. Gentle discipline. Discipline without judgment. Knowing that sometimes, yeah, you know what? Hey, maybe I'm trying to start a new diet, but then there's that piece of chocolate cake. You know, we all have those moments where you just kind of mess up. We'll try it again tomorrow. Doesn't mean I'm going to throw out this whole notion of trying to be a healthy eater just because I had a piece of cake. That's what I'm talking about. Gentle discipline in those types of approaches. Anyway, I am starting to ramble, and these guys want to eat Maggie. I don't think that these young ones have had quite the lesson on how much of a hardcore, you know, kitty cat that Miss Baggy is. Maybe she'll have to educate them. But anyway, thank you for watching this episode of the Walk Around the Compound webcast. Hashtag Dorbus Award in the comment section below. Like and subscribe for all of your big cat goodness. And if you want to learn more about the facility around me, you can always visit the website carerescuetexas.com for more information. And I'll see you folks next time. All right. Take care. Bye-bye.
Oh, there's a cat that loves to squeak. Oh, there's a cat. Oh, there are cats with cute little feet. So there are cats, cat. Oh, there are cats with stripes and there are cats with manes. So let's watch as Derek walks around the compound tonight.